Welcome everybody, and I am so excited. I have this top part of my table cover, my desk cover, completed. Now this is the full piece. It's a little bit longer down here, but it's the full width. You're getting pretty much the full width. So when I lay it on my desk to photograph or work on, I'll have such a colorful background, won't I? Oh my, one lady said, well, that probably drive her crazy while she's trying to look at what I'm working on. You know, I hope not. I just love color. I can't seem to get enough of it. And it's just beautiful. It's so textured, feels good. But now, what am I putting on the back? I went through a lot of different things, but I came up with something that I thought would be simple, yet also would be attractive, less colorful when I needed it. So I could flip it over, and this would be my back side. This is very gorgeous fabric. I've had this quite a while, and if I'm not mistaken, this was a piece of fabric that my brother brought me back from Thailand when he spent some time over there. And it had this beautiful embroidery work on it. Now, what I have done is I have started stitching around the embroidery motifs. I've got all of the ones on here stitched around except this one right here, and I'm fixing to do it. And then I think I will go back and broaden out that stitching on each one a little more, but not to where they're touching. And when I get them broadened out, then I will do a meandering stitch through the rest of it to make sure that everything is down good. All right, I am quilting all the way to the other side. You cannot really see that stitching because everything is over here. It's so busy, but you can maybe see a little bit of those green stitches going around in there. But more stitches on this side definitely is not a bad thing. So it really won't matter that they show. And so I'm going all the way through to make this as strong as possible. So I'm going to be doing this one. And when I do it, I will go ahead and enlarge it some and then come back and enlarge the circular or the pattern shapes that I'm doing around these embroidery pieces. And then that will leave me some empty space that I will just do meandering stitch through. But that'll give me two entirely different looks to lay on my desk, to photograph on, and to work on when I'm making videos. That would be just a lot prettier than just the plain old brown desk that I have right here, right now. And so I just thought that would be a cool thing to do. And so I will be, when I get through, I will be putting a binding on it, and that will finish off making it very sturdy. And also when I need to wash it or clean it, that binding will help also to keep it very stable. And I will probably be hand washing this, not throwing it in the washing machine, but hand washing it. It's not very big. That wouldn't be very hard to do. So, okay, well, I wanted to bring you up there where I'm at, and also to let you know I'll probably finish the stitching on the back side. I may come back when I start meandering to show you what I'm talking about there, but and add some more to this video and get this finished, and also get and do the binding with you to show you what kind of binding. I haven't determined what I'm going to put on. I have a lot of scrap stuff that I can put on. I might even put the orange binding that I've been putting on so many, where is that at? So many of my pieces. I love this binding. It's just so colorful. It's strong. It's a knit, and it's very easy to work with. I think it would definitely look good on this side. And I think as colorful as that is, it won't have a problem on that side either. So I may be just using that. I've got a lot of it left. And that, so I've got enough to do this with. And So, okay, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please share my videos if you know anyone who might enjoy them, and any groups that you might be in that might enjoy what I'm doing. Basically, I do majority of hand stitching, a little machine stitching now and then, and I work with primarily scraps. So if you have friends or groups that are interested in those things, please share my videos. That would sure help me grow. Thank you so much. Well, I'm working on the back side more. I have finished going around the different embroidery motifs, and now I am stitching the open areas. I've just done a round of stitching with this color here, and I thought I would use the 3 different variations of these colors right here. And so I'm going to switch now, and I'm going to work inside of some of these areas and switching around with different shades of these colors. I think I'll start with the lightest one next and get me a needle ready for that. And I like to split this into 2 strands. That's a comfortable and strong enough bond for me. I'm just going to meander with these stitches, just like you see that I have done here. Let me bring you up just so you can see better what I'm doing here. And just a comfortable straight stitch. Straight stitch is all I've done. Just a running stitch. Okay, get that out there. Find my needle. Okay, here it is. Let's get this needle threaded here. Okay. This is coming along really fast. Got finished with the really busy, colorful side a lot faster than I thought I would. And then this stitching is coming along quite nicely too. It won't be long before I will be ready to bind this. And so let me see what I want to start. I think I'll just start in the middle here. And I think I'll just mimic the shape of that in this little blocked off section here. None of this was purposed. I just did some stitching, and so tried to get most of it down where it was pretty evenly attached around the piece, but everything is different in size and shape. So it might be interesting. Now I want to do, I want to put more stitching in here, so we're going to just kind of do what we want to do along, just intuitively do it. I just think with this one, it's got that nice little point that I can work with, a little shape-wise. It doesn't have to be, horizontal or vertical. It doesn't have to stay in all that plain old stuff all the time. Take it in a different direction. Make it a little more interesting for you as you stitch. I don't know about you, but I love, straight stitching, but I mean, I don't like doing straight lines one after another after another after another. Ooh, I guess I have a very low attention span, and I get really bored fast, so gotta have something a little different. The thread changes in color are not as drastic as, they're not huge color shifts, so they're not going to be just in-your-face color changes. Now the darker one, when I get to it, will probably show up a little bit more, but let's take that one up there. You have to turn your piece every which way but loose, let me tell you, when you're stitching like this. Ooh-wee. Can you believe it's May already? This year is flying by. For where we are, May is heading out of spring and towards summer. Everything is blooming. So it's a beautiful time of year here in Northeast Texas, USA. For those of you who have asked, my back problem is ongoing. I actually ended up in the hospital Saturday morning a couple days ago. I woke up, I couldn't move, I was in such severe pain, and had ended up, the slip disc at the bottom of my spine had moved again and pinched the sciatic nerve, and if you've ever had that happen to you, you know what kind of pain I was in. I ended up having to take an ambulance to the hospital, and after they pumped me full of drugs where I could move again, you know, they let me go home, and you know, I've taken a bunch of drugs now, but they are keeping the pain at a manageable level, and hopefully that steroids and muscle relaxers will help that whatever's got that nerve in a bind to let go and maybe shift back where it needs to be. But let me tell you, sitting here stitching, talking to you guys, having something to get up to do every day, it helps so much to keep your focus, keep positive, keep moving forward, and just continue to live life to the best of your ability. That's what it's all about. I do have a appointment in a couple of days with a neurosurgeon to see if there's any options that I have to help with this back problem. So I'll keep you posted what's going on and what's happening. My videos might slow down a little bit because it is harder for me to get around, do things, prepare for things and stuff like that. Some days I just don't feel much like sitting in a chair for very long, so but I'm still here. And I'll be here. So like I said, stitching is therapy for me, therapy for mind and heart. It doesn't help my back, except it gives me something to think about besides my pain. And making videos for you guys, sharing my life and the woes and the happy times and all the creativity, just makes me happy. I just so appreciate that y'all are there, that you love creativity and stitching, that you finding some good ideas here to do with your scraps, and you know, it's just wonderful to share, isn't it? Isn't it wonderful to have a group of like-minded people to share with? As you can see, I'm not trying to do big, gigantic stitches or anything like that, or little bitty stitches. I'm just doing what's comfortable, and especially what's comfortable with this fabric, because it's fairly thick, with the busy side over here, lots of scraps, batting in between, and actually 2 layers of fabric in between. No, there's just one, just a batting layer in between. And then this fabric here, it's easy to sew through, but anyway, parts of it are pretty thick. So this is a nice, comfortable size stitch that I'm doing. And it definitely will do the job to hold this together well. And I'm thinking I like that. A little bit of transition of color and movement with the different directions of the stitching. I am going all the way through to the other side. That side is so busy that no matter how many stitches you put over there, it'll be just fine. So I'm going all the way through. You can't really even tell where I'm stitching. Ooh. Next month in June, I plan to try to finish some of my works in progress. I have a couple of not lap quilts, but wall quilts to finish. And I do have a lap quilt to finish that I haven't done yet. And little projects that I want to get done and finish and clear my works in progress if I can before I start the last half of the year. And so I probably won't be doing any new projects in June, just finishing up old projects. And so maybe that'll give me time to recharge and be able to think up something interesting for us in July. Something different. I like to come up with different things because we all are different, and all of us don't like to do the same thing. And so I like to have a lot of different ideas so that, if possible, little original ideas, give you something to inspire you. If you ever want a project, you know where you can come and just look through some of the videos and the playlist and know you can find something that fits your time schedule, your stitching ability, your supplies, and whatever project you are currently working on. Let's see, let's go back this way. Finish this one up. Don't forget that if you're into junk journaling or self-care journaling, things like that, that my daughter and I have a Etsy shop called Relate and Create Company, and where we design kits for those themes. Okay, let me tie that off. We'll tie it off on this end again. A little bitty knot over here will not make a difference. It's one thing about scrappy and lots of it. You can hide a lot of thread in there. Nobody will ever know. to run the tail over away from the knot. There you go. See, you can't see it. It's buried. Okay, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think so. All right. Now, maybe we'll go with another area since I've got the light out here. We'll go with another area of that. And then I'll do a couple of darks. So let me do a little bit of light, and then I'll come back and do some dark with you.